good result and excellent in some of, particularly in some of the
Sorry
states.
to cut you there, but you just spoke about ideology. You said it's a coming together of a host of parties. A host of people will say they also do not know the ideology of the PDP. What's your ideology?
Let me tell you something, my dear sister. PDP in 1998, when PDP was formed in 1998, it came with a clear mission of what they want to do. When you look at the manifestos of the PDP, it's about development, it's about progressiveness, it's about welfareism of the Nigerian people. So the ideology is there, and the leaders and the government, as the people, the leadership of the country from PDP have really done excellently well when it comes to this. So you can't take it away from them that PDP is not a progressive party. It's about progressive. It's about welfare of Nigerians. It's about a better deal for Nigerians.
Sorry to cut you there, but are we equating a manifesto with an ideology?
But what does your manifesto say? Your manifesto, that's where you have all the things you want to do as a political party.
Yeah, but
that's what you have. That's where you have all the things you are bringing on the table.
It would seem that.
So if I tell you I'm going to build, when I come into government, I'm going to build a house for you. Those are my programs, and what I represent is development. What I represent is progress.
There is no party that doesn't represent all of those things you've talked about.
But it all depends on it all depends on how they're able to implement their programs, which of course I see PDP doing right now.
Well, anyway, let's look at some of the game changers of this whole election coming in 2015. And now the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has denied categorically that he has nothing to do with PDM, even though it's the same name of those PDM we know him as being a member. But do you think that his associates have gone ahead in time to secure this for him, just in case, well, he doesn't get the ticket in the PDP?
Okay, let me address this by saying this. When in 2007 Atiku left, was forced out of PDP. Don't let me say, because he was forced out of PDP at that time. When he left in 2007, he went into AC with some of all these associates. But when he returned, when he came back to PDP, most of these associates didn't come back to PDP with him. And I can mention names. We have somebody from Katsina, this Honorable Bugaje, and a host of others. They didn't come back to PDP with him. They were still in AC. So what difference does it now make? If his associate now said, okay, you are still in PDP, but we are not more comfortable in the PDP, we want to have our own group, they are free to go. It's democracy. It's party politics. So they are free to go. Atiku cannot hold them and say, don't go. Atiku cannot tell them, no. Atiku is bona fide, is strong, is a loyal member, he's a founding father of the PDP, and he's back to his base. One of the challenges PDP is having is because we have not been able to bring all these founders of the party back to the fold. And I don't say Atiku leaving PDP. It's just like when you say because PDM is formed now, Chifanini will leave PDP. It's not possible. Chifanini is a strong member today. He's a strong member of PDM. Well, we have a host of them who are strong and in government.
So I don't see that happening. A moment here, Mr. Fabiyi. Let's cast our minds back. The same way you spoke was the same. A lot of Nigerians also spoke at that point in time that he's a founding member of the PDP. No matter what, he will remain with the PDP, and we saw him leave the PDP, and finally he's back in the PDP. What if all else fails, knowing full well that some say he has intention of contesting and he doesn't get a ticket? Would it be okay for him to go back to any of these political parties because he has friends in both parties, the APC and the PDM?
Thank you very much, Suleiman. Like I said, this is the Constitution of Nigeria guarantees, freedom of association, movement, speech, and all that. So for me, like I said, I don't see Atiku because he wants to realize, probably because he wants to realize the presidential ambition, and they will now say, go and form another party. Or I'm not saying it's not possible, but as I speak to you now, I don't think that is what is on the table. Atiku is involved in the process of rebuilding PDP, as we talk. I just saw briefly in one of in one of your headlines this morning that there was a secret meeting between Atiku and the present national chairman of PDP. I don't think he will go to that extent if he knows he's going to leave. He's not going to. Because the truth of the matter is that the process of rebuilding PDP, reconstruct PDP, is still ongoing, and Atiku is playing a prominent role in it. So for me, I don't see him doing all this, and at the same time, say, okay, because if I don't realize my present ambition here, I'm going to contest from another party. I don't see that happen. But like I said, in few months' time, days and months, things will continue to unfold. We'll see how it goes. A whole lot of permutations are on ground now. A whole lot of factors are being considered. And we know when we are moving towards election, a whole lot of things happen, alignment of forces, and a whole lot of things. So let's just keep our fingers crossed. But right now, I don't think Atiku has any intention or has any in mind. He has not. I'm just talking based on what I saw, what is said in the pages of newspaper. So, and I don't think there's anything like that.
Okay, let's uncross our fingers and see if, this will amount to victory for your own political party, because now, initially, people thought it was going to be a two-horse race between the APC and the ruling PDP at the center. But with the emergence of PDM, not forgetting that, the issue with your party, the PDP, hasn't been settled. We still have some governors who are still, not here, not there, in between. Perhaps maybe some of them will fall into PDM. Doesn't that amount to some kind of loss of following or followership for your party for the 2015 elections?
Simon, thank you very much. Tell me any party in Nigeria today that doesn't have any issue to contend with. See, there are so many factors that are responsible, that determines the electoral victory for any political party. And as long as any of these parties are shying away from, pursuing and achieving this, they will still have problems. There's no party in Nigeria that doesn't have any problem. So the issues are, number one, what will define their success will be how they're able to entrench and manage the internal democracy there. It will be dependent largely on how they're able to sell their programs and policies to Nigerian people. So APC drawing members from PDP is not a new thing, because certainly some people who are aggrieved or who don't like what is happening in APC will also move. We've seen this, we keep seeing this every day. It's not something that is new. Anybody is not going to affect PDP. See, there is no party, you agree with me, in Nigeria today. I have not seen any party that has the kind of structure PDP has. I told someone, I said, okay, I was joking. One of my honorable friends was telling me yesterday that, okay, maybe PDM was coming because we have alliance or merger of APC and CPC, ACN, and all the rest. Maybe PDPM is a strategy again for PDP to merge with PDM so that they can form a larger force. So it's possible. That is politics. That is democracy, and that is the beauty of democracy. So movement from one political party to another is not a new thing at all in this Nigerian context.
From the look of things, I mean, don't you think that politicians at this stage, at the moment, still exist to fester their nests, and this is not necessarily about the people?
See, come again, please. Come again, please.
At the moment, there's this opinion that politicians exist to fester their nest. So all of this alliances, strategy, realigning, political horse trading and negotiation is just to benefit the politician. It's not really about the people here.
Yeah, Chamberlain, thank you very much for that question. That is one area that really, every time when I remember, it saddens my heart, because let the truth be said, the kind of leaders we have now, it's really, I don't want to use the word unfortunate, but it's just that it's not what Nigeria really, desires. It's not just now, it has been like that from the past. It's really sad that today we find ourselves in a situation whereby the kind of system we have now is not about the people anymore, it's about individual. And this is where the Nigerian leaders need to do a whole lot of work. you are very correct by this, and it saddens my heart every time I think about this and see that our leaders today, everything is just about self. That's why you see people who are in power tenaciously hold on to this power. They don't want to leave. And even if you bring something, an idea on the table that can advance, governance, that can advance our democracy,